Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, and we are out today in Sandy Springs, running through a property that's getting ready to come up for the market. If you're looking for a great house, let me know, and we will set you up with the agent on this one. It breaks my heart to see some of this, and it happens more than you think. This is such a beautiful home, but they got a lot of rot on these windows, and part of it is because they were never painted and caulked properly from the get-go. Some of them are fixed windows like this one over here. Some of them are casement windows that open like these. We are the only company in town that I'm aware of that will fix these with real wood. You'll see some guys out there that are offering a Bondo type product, or I forget one of them, Resto Band, something like that. It's a putty. It's a synthetic. The trick with that stuff is the Bondo stuff lasts maybe 3 months in our market. The Resto Band stuff, you might get a year or two out of it, but it's going to fail again. And part of it is, in order to use Bondo, you'd have to get out every little bit of the fungi that causes wood rot. So these are all wooden. Some of these windows are trimmed. And once you cover them over, if you cover over the fungi that causes wood rot, they just go crazy. Kind of like, you know, not really fixing your teeth. It'll rot your teeth out. And so a lot of these windows, this one right here, it's going to be hard to see it in the video. Left, bottom, and right of the sash is rotted through. And part of it is literally because there were staples in there. They're air stapled in the factory, and they never caulked them. They just painted over it once the paint failed from the heat. I'm on the left side of the house right now. This is a hard coat stucco house, so it gets like an oven sometimes. And then just from the water that comes down off of here, combined with a little bit of failure of the caulk. So they had Dow sealant here. You see the upper corner right here in this window? See that black? Every time it rains, just a little bit of water comes down this casing and gets right to that window, which the bottom edge was never painted. So this is a difficult repair, but we can actually fix it with wood, and we'll be able to show you that when we come back. This one, I'm thinking they fixed it right before our folks bought it, and they just covered up the rot. So both of these windows need to be repaired, and the sealant just repaired on the edges. Anything we repair, we're going to go ahead and paint it. And it's pretty much all the windows. We start on the left side. It's all the front windows need work. And we talk about this a lot. You'll get a lot of contractors and builders talking about synthetic window trim that'll never rot, or PVC or poly type trim. And you can kind of get a feel for what happens on it. This window right here in the library, same thing. You got a lot of rot. See on the upper window? We'll replace the casings on this tower over here. Is actually wood, so we'll replace it with back primed and sealed wood. It comes with a lifetime of ownership warranty, and one of the reasons that we use wood is it's sacrificial. So my caulk, even if it's $20 a tube, it's going to fail at some point. In the heat, we get such extreme weather. This morning it felt like it was probably 45-50 degrees, and now on that tower it's over 100 degrees. So that caulk has to expand and contract over time. It gets tired. But a lot of the transoms, those upper little square windows, are rotted, like this one on the left, bottom, and right, and it's all because of not being caulked and sealed properly. And same thing down here on this window. A couple of sills are rotted. You get the same issue with these windows here. We'll show it a little closer. The windows on the dormers, same thing. Those bottom windows, left, right, and bottom sash are rotted. This window in here in the dining room isn't too bad. You can see where the windows are rotting. So the bottom windows, you can see it right here. That little circles, those two circles are where it was air stapled in the factory, and they never caulked and sealed it. So the water got in there on all of them. So all three of these windows are rotted at the bottom. The nose across we can repair and keep. They'll just bevel it to give it a little more drip to it. It needs to be angled out. Right now the water's actually, it's tilted. You can't see in the video, but it's tilted towards the dining room. My guys will bevel it so it sheds water towards the front of the house. And then come back and repaint all these windows the same color. But you know, doing this stuff, if you're getting ready to prep a house for sale, sometimes it's a little painful. But in this market, particularly in this price point, but any price point in this market, you got that first impression. So make it look good, do it right. Here we're looking at synthetic materials. So these centers on this window, if you look carefully, you'll see the bulge. We'll replace that with pressure treated. This window over here, you can see what the heat does to poly materials. See that warp in it? It's pulled it right out of the nails. Now this one we can fix. We'll put a backer piece behind it and screw it down, and it'll hold against the heat. But you can see the condition of the windows up close. These windows are all the same. It's the same issue on a bunch of them. And so we'll go through and fix it. Some of the windows, he might be able to get away with just painting them. You're better off on a house at this price point. Some people are buying houses at this price point and not getting an inspector because they just want to be in this neighborhood. But most people have an inspector. The garage doors were re-trimmed at one point. Excuse me, pollen. And so this piece of polymer right here, it gets so much heat. This is synthetic trim right here. Brick molding. We'll actually replace this whole piece on the left garage. And again, you can kind of see what's happening with the caulk. See that dowel sealant failed right there. So we just prep and repaint all three of these doors. These bottom arch windows, these are fixed in place. They got a spacer board in there. It started to rot, so the guys will fix that. They'll shave it flush and then prime and repaint the window. The other three windows over here are pretty good except for this one. This one's rotted in the left, bottom and right sash. These windows appear to be in good shape. I can't really get good eyes on them, but the guys will be able to see it when they come through. Getting myself through here. All right, coming around to the back of the house. In the shade, you can see it a little bit better. So like, here's the kitchen window. So when you're looking at window trim or anything really, if you're looking at your phone right now, your phone has 6 faces, just like that piece of trim. Once the caulk fails and the water gets in, it starts to rot. So we'll repair that. And we laugh at a lot of stuff because we get homeowners that tell us, well, the contractor told me I got to replace the whole window. Well, yeah, because they make more money. We're the only company I know of that'll router that out, repair it with real wood, and give it a lifetime ownership warranty. Now, we talk about this a lot too. You can't see it real well probably in this video, but if you look at the upper edge of this gutter, it's a gutter helmet. And they sell these things as maintenance free. And they're not a bad thing, but every year you got to get out here and hand clean that edge or they don't work. And so these folks have lived here for 7 years. They probably never cleaned the gutters. And so you got all this now because the gutters don't work anymore. So you got rotted fascia and soffits. We would go ahead and recommend cleaning this deck up and restaining it. Get it done. And then we over here in the guest bedroom. The master must be on the 2nd floor or somewhere. So back here, you can kind of see what's going on with the windows again. In the shade, each one of these windows is rotted out. See how much rot is here? Not as bad as the terrace windows, but this one's pretty bad too. So every time it rains right now, all that water is getting inside into the framing in the wall cavity. But fortunately, we can fix them. The boys will touch up the caulk like this as they go along. And every window we repair, we'll go ahead and repaint that window and anything else that the agent or the homeowner would like us to do. But again, this stuff rotted because you can kind of see the edge of the helmets up here. It's all green from algae and mold. So this upper gutter is the same way. So just because you have gutter systems, call us to clean it. It's not cheap to do, but you really need to do it once a year. The good thing about our group is we pretty much do everything. So we're really your partners in maintenance. You know, if we can save you money, we'd much rather do that. And then, you know, having us on deck, a buyer here may want a railing system, whatever they want. We can do that for them too once you get it under contract. But we really are a one call does all, or almost all. And then we fix the unfixable every day. 9 out of 10 contractors come out and tell this guy he's got to replace his windows because they can't fix it. They don't have the skills. Some of this stuff, you can't see the edges in the trim of the windows on the sashes, but we have to make those. We got to break out the cabinet tools and actually make everything on site. We can't buy these materials at Home Depot or a big box store. My brother and I run a crew of a bunch of guys. We got a lot of history here. We've been running Handy Andy for almost 35 years, which is insane, which will tell you kind of how old I am, which is also insane. But we love doing it. My son's getting ready to join this company, so we're really a small family business just doing what we do. You name it, if you need us, from little stuff to big stuff, I'm Handy Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.